It is Pet Week here on Lowcountry Live. All week long, we've been featuring local businesses, products, and organizations that help keep our animals healthy and happy. And you know, the Francis R. Willis SPCA in Somerville's got a new pet food pantry for residents of Dorchester County. Rachel Nesbitt and Spike are here, and they brought another furry friend. We'll meet in just a second. Rachel, Spike, great to have you guys here. Rachel, we were on the air 2 weeks ago when, of course, we had all those floodwaters. You guys sent out a Facebook message and said we are in desperate need of help. People need to get these animals out of the shelter. We're taking on water. Tell me, how's the process been since those floodwaters?
The process, it's devastating, but we are making progress. The residents in Dorchester County and a lot of the businesses, they really helped us get the dogs out safely to a drier place.
Describe what it was like inside that shelter for me. You say it's heartbreaking.
It was on October 3rd when the rain was falling and we saw the water rising. We actually realized that the dogs were standing in water. Yeah. We had to get them out immediately, so that was our number one concern. Then we sent a Facebook, we used social media and had, you know, a lot of help that way. But
people drove through those floodwaters to come and get those dogs and bring them to safety.
Exactly. And then the next day is when we had about 4 to 5 inches of water throughout our whole shelter.
Wow. Now the shelter is still closed to the public right now. Of course, you can do more adoptions like with Spike here, but I want to ask you about this pet program for food and the pantry. That's open to residents of Dorchester County, is that correct?
Yes, it's strictly for Dorchester County residents. The regulations can be found on our website. We started the program just to help those that are going through financial, you know, problems, especially with the flood. Even more so now, I think people will appreciate.
Are you seeing a lot more people coming to you guys and say, hey, you know, it's been really tough since these floods. My dog, my cat has to get something to eat. Can you help us out? Not
right now because we're closed, and that's the problem. Is we haven't had a lot of residents applying for the application to receive help, but we do want to let them know that we're not open to the public, but we are still receiving the applications, which can be applied for online or mailed in. But even though we're not open to the public, we're still able to provide the food for their cats and dogs and puppies, up to 4 animals per household for 6 months.
If you want to register for that, you said just go online to the shelter website?
Right, at somervillespca.org, and there's a drop box and it says Pet Food Pantry. So if an applicant wants to just click on that, they can just fill out their information there. And right now we are accepting applications on the deadline's the 15th of each month, and we will distribute the food the second Sunday of each month from 10 a.m. till noon. But all that information can be found on our website.
Such a wonderful thing you guys are doing. Of course, you're calling on the community too. I'm sure you need donations.
We do, more so for specialty foods, because there are animals that may have kidney issues, or they need to be on soft food or medications. So a lot of times when an animal passes away in a house, you end up, you know, somebody ends up with leftover food and they don't know what to do with it. And a lot of times it's a specialty food for a dog or a cat. Those are the types of donations that would truly help us.
Spike, you want those donations too, right? So you could teach you how to nay-nay, whip a little bit more?
Oh. He loves to dance.
He's been wanting to do that the whole time. Pongo, of course. Pongo up for adoption?
Pongo is he is heartworm positive and needs a foster home in order to receive the treatment, the proper care, because going through the heartworm treatment, it's about 3 to 4 months, maybe a little bit longer, and they need a calm environment. We don't put them through that while they're in the shelter.
Rachel, where can they find you on the website one more time for all that information? Right there, SomervilleSPCA.
There we go.
.org. All that information on your screen right now. Guys, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
We do appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll send it over to Aaron right after Trial Tuesday.